This is the new Volton Alation Mid-Drive 350, and check that out. It's got the 8-fun mid-drive motor. I had the chance to try this on a couple of like custom built bikes, but this is one of the first that I've seen where you get it. It's all installed. You don't have to mess with anything, and it's a pretty sweet price point. This thing's $2,250, so less than $2,500. You got the mid-drive, which is excellent for kind of off-road riding, you know, getting out on a trail, because it keeps the weight really low, right, and balanced, along with the battery pack that's kind of in frame, you know, like a Stromer bike or the Easy Motion bikes. They've all got that nice, like, clean aesthetic and also that balance. And of course, it reduces your unsprung weight. And this isn't a full suspension bike; it's a hardtail, but you're still gonna benefit from easier maintenance. You know, if you need to pop this tire off, because check it out, it's got like a quick release front and rear on the wheels. So these are like 26-inch wheels with these nice burly tires they're actually pretty great, like on the street, offer decent traction for off-road. But if you get a flat, or if your wheel needs to be trued or any of that maintenance, it's just going to be a lot easier to do with this mid-drive, right? So let me hit some of the other upgrades, because the Alation's been around for a while. It's an electric bike that I've appreciated based on like value, but like, you know, having that quality frame design and stuff too. So they've got these new BB5 mechanical disc brakes with 160 millimeter rotors, and they're basically controlled with these Tektro brake levers. And these are some of the higher end Tektro levers. It's got like this built-in bell. It's got a cutoff to the motor. So this being like a pedal assist and throttle bike, like the motor could be responding. You could be pedaling, and as soon as you pull that brake lever, it's going to kill the motor, which is you know what you'd expect. That's like high quality. That's how it should work. So it's nice to see that here. Nice big display panel right here. Again, it says Bafang. It's also like 8-fun. It's the same thing. That's the name of like the town in China where they make these. They also make hub motors and stuff. So pretty great system. As I mentioned before, it offers pedal assist and throttle mode, which is neat because, you know, if you're just starting from rest and you want to like climb or you give your legs a break, you can just twist that throttle as long as you're in one of these pedal assist levels. So there are 3. In 0, nothing works. Pedal assist, throttle, nothing, but your light would work. And this has a pretty cool light right here that's actually been designed to be a little bit more modular. See, there's like a plug right here. It plugs into the frame. Before, it was wired in. So now if you're someone who just only does off-road riding during the day and you don't want that thing sticking out, you can take it off. It also comes with these fenders. They're also removable. So there's a nice fender for the rear here, hugs it, matches the frame. There's another fender for the front, and it's been taken off because we're gonna do some off-road riding, testing this out today. So it's neat that it's all set up to be modular like that. Let me get back to the drive system, okay? So you got your battery, you've got like your trip meter, your speed, all that kind of stuff, and then different levels of pedal assist. So right now we're in 0, 1, 2, or 3. And the higher you go, of course, the more power you're gonna get. And as soon as you get into pedal assist, then throttle works, and it gives you as much power as the level of assist that you're currently in. So I love that. There's this nice breakout control panel right here, so you can turn the bike on, you can turn the lights on, plus and minus all, right, without taking your hand off of the grip. And then over here, there's the twist throttle I was talking about. So in terms of gears, this bike has 8 gears, got a trigger throttle, or trigger shifters, which is great. It's, you know, if you're riding off-road and you're holding tight onto the handlebars, I prefer to kind of have everything set up with triggers. So when you're pulling on those right there, it's gonna operate this Shimano Alivio cassette in the rear. Works kind of like you'd expect. There's only 1 ring in the front, and that's sort of the trade-off with a mid-drive motor like this, because I guess I haven't seen any mid-drives that have multiple rings in the front. So, you know, 8 gears, it's like a decent range. It's got the little sensor right here and the magnet to give you your speed feedback and stuff. So kind of what you'd expect. And they've got these nice braze-ons here, so you could actually add a rack if you wanted to. Pretty customizable. I mean, you could get this and actually use it as a sort of a commuter bike if you wanted. It's got the nice suspension fork in the front with lockout. So again, you can reduce the bob if you're using it in the city. Let me kind of show the battery pack. So I mentioned before, this is the 8-fun mid-drive motor, 350 watt. And the battery right here is 36 volt, 10.5, just about 11 amp hour, lithium manganese cobalt with Samsung cells. So high quality stuff. They offer a decent, should last a long time for you. Name brand batteries. Here's the key. Put that in like this. So it's real snug. It's got sort of this rubber lining now. It's not gonna rattle as much. Just gonna pull this down like that. There we go. And check this out. The battery is actually contained in this like nice zippered like handle case, right? So, and you just pull it out like this. Before, you'd occasionally take the battery out and like bang it into the frame, and it could kind of scratch it. The new one, it's like much more protected. And check it out, you can like charge the battery off the bike or on the bike. So we've got the option to do either, which is really pretty neat. I love that again, it's like built right in. Got a little secret hiding place there below the battery. Yeah, quality aluminum frame. So yeah, it's a nice setup. This bike comes in a couple of different configurations. So we're looking at the high step version. Comes in like black, silver, white, and then they've got a low step version, right? Sort of like easier to mount versus having to like swing your leg over the back. And the low step version comes in like a burgundy or white. So again, like a smaller frame. Maybe it's, if you're not as tall or whatever. It's neat that they offer both of those. Again, decent value on this bike. I might just put this cover on and do a little test ride. There we go. Oh, and the Welgo pedals. I like that too. Like oversized, they're solid metal. That's kind of what I go for. Okay, so to turn it on, press the power button. Display lights up. It starts out in assist level 1, which again is sort of the gentlest. It's going to conserve your battery best. So, I'm going to take it up to 3 just for fun here. And start in pedal assist mode. There you go. Pretty responsive and relatively quiet. A lot of mid-drive systems kind of have a high pitch, like wee kind of a sound. And again, I've reviewed this as a kit before. I definitely like the way that it works. So because I'm in 3 now, the twist throttle will work all the way up to power like level 3. So this is the the highest power. And yeah, working pretty well. Right now, we're going like 10, 11 miles per hour, and that's because we're in the 3rd gear. But if I go ahead and take it all the way up to 8, right, this is the hardest gear. Now we're gonna get some real speed. There you go. Yeah, 20, 21. So yeah, if you're pedaling along, kind of doing the pedal assist thing, gets you going. Also, I think this has a 1-year warranty, covers everything, motor, the battery and stuff, kind of against like factory defect, which is nice. Volton's been around several years. I actually got a bike from them a while back, and the owner, Joe, is pretty friendly. He was able to help me out and stuff. So again, just a kind of a nice to see the Bafang 8-fun motor pre-installed on a bike like this. I'm a big fan of just the weight distribution, the ability to remove that battery, charge it right here if it's on the bike, same place that the light plugs in, or the battery pack itself. It's a slick looking thing. The motor does hang down a little bit, but that's kind of like how it's designed for any bike. So I don't know. If we look at this, it's like, feels pretty solid. Feels like metal. So yeah, I think that's kind of it. That's the Volton Alation Mid-Drive 350 watt. For more on this and other electric bikes, I'll see you back at ElectricBikeReview.com.